What's up, you guys, and welcome to another episode of the Variety Views. I'm your host, the Variety Vendor, and last we left off, it was Hell in a Cell 2013, and Daniel Bryan defeated Del Rio to retain his WWE Championship. The Hell in a Cell was raised up, and special guest referee CM Punk turns on Daniel Bryan, cashes in his Money in the Bank briefcase that he won 2 months prior, and he counts his own pinfall because he has a contract to be the official referee for the entire night. So he's allowed to actually count his own fall and count his own win to becoming the WWE champion for I believe, the sixth time. So Punk is now the new champion, and he is now Corporate Man Punk. Now we go on to Vengeance, the next pay-per-view, and it wasn't Vengeance, and it wasn't, Hell in a Cell didn't come right after SummerSlam, but I thought it would have been perfect to have Hell in a Cell right after SummerSlam and have Vengeance right after Hell in a Cell, because the title makes sense. Bryan wants to inflict vengeance on CM Punk, his once best friend. Punk would defeat Daniel Bryan, of course, to retain his championship, because it would be too soon to take away the title off of Punk. And the money, I think, with Bryan chasing the championship, because I think the idea for this would be Big Show coming in there and turning on Bryan, because Big Show, he they've had a little bit of a friendship the past few months. Big Show would turn on Bryan and align himself with the Authority, and Punk defeats Bryan. That would be the ending for Vengeance. Battleground. We have Daniel Bryan defeating the Big Show, in an ODQ match. And the main event would be CM Punk against a guy that just made his return, that's been winning a few matches here and there, Rob Van Dam. I think this would be a great match. It was a match that I was looking forward to back in 2006, but they never had a one-on-one match. And I think this would be a great fucking match for CM Punk to have, and would add more credibility and more fun to his reign, having a great match with Rob Van Dam. Punk would go over Van Dam, great match. Go on to Survivor Series. And you can do like Team Authority versus Team Bryan. And the main event would be CM Punk versus Randy Orton. And he would retain his WWE title. I would keep Randy Orton as a babyface. I think, him part of the Authority, it kind of made sense when it was like him and Triple H. But I think, the Authority kind of has enough people at this time. You don't need Randy Orton to be a part of that. So Punk defeats Randy Orton, retains his WWE title. You go on to the final pay-per-view of the year. It's not TLC. It's Night of Champions. I think it would make sense to call it Night of Champions, because you would have the WWE Champion versus the World Heavyweight Champion, the man that won the world title at SummerSlam, John Cena. Punk versus Cena. I think that would be a strong main event for Night of Champions. And Punk defeats John Cena, thus unifying both championships. Go on to 2014, and there's the coronation of CM Punk. That would be like the final, or that could be on the Slammies, where there is a new, where the world title would be, discarded, and now it's just the WWE title. It's just the Attitude Era WWE Championship that CM Punk holds. That's the only title that there is. You go on to the Rumble. Punk defeats John Cena in the Last Man Standing match. I think it's been a while since we've had a Last Man Standing match. 2 years to be exact. And also, Daniel Bryan wins the Royal Rumble. I think it would have been perfect for Bryan to win the Rumble, even though that he had a great match with Bray Wyatt. I think it would be great for Bryan to win the Rumble, and then at Elimination Chamber face Bray Wyatt, loses for Bray Wyatt in like a great match, and go on to WrestleMania, and of course, have Daniel Bryan defeat Punk, beat the evil guy, beat the top heel of the company, of the entire wrestling business, CM Punk. Daniel Bryan becomes WWE champion, the undisputed WWE champion, and he has Bray Wyatt as a future challenger. Now you've set in stone your future for the company, while now that CM Punk kind of has finished up with his era. Now it's like a new era. CM Punk then can become a part-timer. You see? So that is my rebooking of the Punk era. I hope you guys enjoyed this, because I really did too. And as every time I'm done with this, I'm always going back to the drawing board, and I'm always thinking of new things. And as I'm booking this, I'm thinking of the different possibilities, and I think that I've come up with the best possible way, as far as I'm concerned, for Punk's reign, for Punk's era. We've started off from 2011 and ended in 2014, and I think that's a perfect time to have an era. And then after that, we would have like maybe the Bray Wyatt era, or the Reigns era, or the Seth Rollins era, or the Dean Ambrose era. You've got so many guys to build the company around. But I think Punk, from 2011 to 2014, was that perfect guy that would help usher in this new era. And I saw all these possibilities, and as I'm thinking about this, and as I'm looking back, and I'm like, damn, that was a big misfire. And starting, when I started this idea, I was like, WWE had a huge misfire on Punk, and he's one of the biggest missed shots for WWE, where they could have made millions out of Punk, and they didn't. And I'm still thinking that same way, and even when I'm booking it, I maybe even more. So that's pretty much it. That's all I got to say about that. Rate, comment, favorite, how, please subscribe, share with your friends, share with everybody, and check out my next video. I'll be talking about something else.